This podcast encourages and empowers you to create your own unique real story, develop your own unique real statement, and discover your own unique real self. The power is yours. Good night, Anthony Hyland. How are you doing on this wonderful, beautiful night?
I was just going over some things. I recently constructed a vision board, something I haven't done in a while, since college, about 2014. And I reconstructed my vision board. So after that, I decided to treat myself to a nice little meal.
So tell me about the vision board. What does it look like? I mean, is it like 6 feet tall? Is it stuck on the wall? Paint a picture for me, please.
So I got a Trifold board similar to that of, let's say, a high school science project, when they give their presentations. And on the left side, I have all of my hopes and dreams. These are things that I absolutely like, far-reaching goals, like, a mini mansion and a Lamborghini and a basketball court in my backyard and, all those big types of deals, right? Then in the middle, I have what I've accomplished thus far, just to kind of give me that idea of like how far I've come to chase my goals and my dreams. And the right side is what I hope to accomplish. So it might not necessarily be things that I absolutely are going to accomplish, but things that I hope to. And I went all out. I went to Walmart. I got some magazines. I got some scissors, and I'm cutting stuff out. And who knows where these things are actually located, but they're on my board.
Love it. Well, congratulations. I think it's a great time in the year to get that done. It's fascinating. What part of the world are you in right now doing that?
I'm in the United States, in Virginia specifically.
All right. I was in Pocosin. Do you know Pocosin?
Pocosin, not familiar.
All right. I think it's in Virginia. A little Pocosin, yes. All right.
Okay.
And it's okay. So is this West Virginia or is it Virginia?
Virginia.
All right. So it's the huge military base, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay. So do tell me, it seems as though you have this talent to be able to share how you are learning, which is kindness, right? Which I tag as kindness. Who did you learn that from? If I'm accurate, of course. Who did you learn the ability to be kind from?
I learned it from my grandmother. She did a great deal of work for middle income to high income families. She was a baby nurse. And essentially what she would do is she would go into, these immaculate homes and take care of essentially rich people's kids. But in that, she would always tell us that, the families never mistreated her because of her socioeconomic status. And as I begin to start my own businesses, I kind of take that mindset that you treat the CEO the same way you treat the janitor. And, I always make sure to say hello to people, to lend a kind word. And sometimes it's just to give a compliment. You just never know what people are going through. And I've dealt with a great bit of trials and tribulations myself that, sometimes a good encouraging word can carry you through a very dark time.
Definitely. Now tell me about the businesses you're doing, please.
Absolutely. So my first business that I started was my public speaking business. I got more serious about it, and I branded myself. I branded myself in college, Hyland Enterprises, but then I rebranded myself once I joined the military to Hyland Industries. No reason. I just think it sounds better.
It does sound great.
So I don't consider myself a motivational speaker. I'm more of an empowerment consultant. Again, no reason, just sounds better. And I kind of got, more serious with it, and I began to consistently get booked once I actually started, putting myself out there. I'm a member of the greatest fraternity known to man, Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated. And the schools have chapters there that bring me in and allow me to speak to their student body. So I've got a great deal of bookings thus far from those. Norfolk State University, Hampton University, Christopher Newport University, Tidewater Community College, as well as Old Dominion University. And this weekend, I'm going to the College of William and Mary And next month, I'm going to the University of Miami.
Wow.
So, my business has really been taking off, and I really just want to empower the world to chase that greatness that, is in all of us that, sometimes we don't have that willingness to push out.
Where's the best place for someone to connect with you? I mean, you seem booked up, but I mean, for someone that's listening, where can they connect with you?
I'm on all social media. I still have a MySpace. Go figure, right? Absolutely. And some people I still have in high school. We still, kind of, check on each other. But
so it works. MySpace works.
Oh, absolutely. On Instagram and Twitter, Anthony Hyland, just my first name, middle initial, last name. And I just wanted it to be easy for people to find me, to connect with me. Same with Facebook, Anthony Hyland. Very heavy on social media. I have I have a pretty decent following. I have a YouTube channel as well, where I post some speeches. I'm also a spoken word artist. My album, Metaphorically Speaking, is on all available platforms. So I stepped out on faith and published my first spoken word album as well. So I kind of try to put my hands in a lot of different places.
That's great. Yeah, life is short. I mean, go for it. How does it make you feel? I mean, the poetry side of things.
The poetry side to me is my release. A great deal of dark times as well as, light times that happened in my life is essentially bled out through my poems. And I want my listeners to get the same feeling that I got when I wrote it and experienced it when I speak it. So that's kind of what led me to publish the album, because I wanted to put a book out, but I don't know. I just feel like I have this style that I feel is more impactful to hear than it is to read.
Yeah, definitely. You do have a great style. There's a floetry to your voice, I must say.
Oh, absolutely.
It's addictive to listen to, and you're directly in my ears, and I'm liking it. So, why would you suggest to someone that's listening that they do what you've done by combining the both? Again, speaking carries a tone of its own, but then to switch across to the emotional side and share that as well in that format, why would you suggest someone spin things up in their life, if you would?
I think it's great to have balance. Whatever it is that you do to aesthetically find that peace within yourself. Oftentimes people call it the work-life balance. Me personally, I don't feel like that exists. I feel like we just find a way to make things work. But when you're in tune with your emotions, one resource that I utilized was this book entitled Emotional Intelligence 2.0. And it really gets you in touch and in tune with your emotions and, sometimes why we react the way we act to things or why we do the things that we do based off of our emotion instead of logic. And I would recommend that, you get in touch with that emotional side because there are things that you may think that you got over from your past or from your childhood that when you really delve deep into it, there's things that you still need healing from. And it's okay to get that healing. And I don't think that, I feel now we're in a society more now that caters to the mental health aspect of things. But that's pretty much the angle that I come at it with. You matter more than anybody. And then before you can pour into anyone else, you have to make sure that you are okay.
Totally agree with that. Amazing audience. You're hearing it live here from Anthony Hyland. Anthony, let's switch gears for a moment. Let me invite you into my time machine that is surrounded with beautiful warm blue Caribbean water. Anthony, what is your earliest childhood memory?
My earliest childhood memory, I would have to say, would be going to the flea market with my grandmother. Another great gift that she gave us was the ability to see the perfection in imperfect situations. And oftentimes people see flea markets as, like the bottom of the bottom when it comes to purchases, whether it be like a thrift store or a flea market. But that experience allowed me to become that much more of a poised grown up, if you will. I don't necessarily go to, the latest suit store when I want a suit. I'll go to the thrift store, see, what kind of suit jackets they have. And most oftentimes they have some really sweet deals. Actually, last weekend I got 3 blazers fit blazers for $12.
Wow.
And they're really nice.
Well, we do love the number 12 here, I'll tell you.
Oh, absolutely. Oh, that's so ironic. I promise, guys, that was not on purpose. That was awesome. See how I love it. I love it. It works.
It definitely works. Well, I do love the picture of your granny showing you, the skill of shopping. It is a natural skill that some do not have, yeah? To see that you've gotten that at such an early age. How old were you in that memory, though?
I want to say I was anywhere between 12 to 14.
All right.
We did a great deal of switching things up each year between my grandmother and my aunt. But it was around that time.
All right. If we fast forwarded to not too far, when you were 12, what was your favorite song at that time?
My favorite song in that time, I would have to say, well, I was a bit of a, a geek. So my grandmother, she listened to a lot of old school music. So Marvin Gaye was going on. Oh, man, my jam. And a lot of people tell me I have an old soul. I said, no, I just got good taste in music.
I totally agree.
Absolutely.
Love that
but
song.
when that Marvin Gaye came on, you know what time it was. It's time to clean.
Love it.
Absolutely.
All right, my friend. Well, we've arrived at our destination. But before we get off of this time machine, there's a small declaration form. So it's yes or no. We're going to move pretty quickly here. Are you ready, Anthony?
Awesome. Let's do it.
Anthony, have you chosen someone to pass on your skills to?
Yes.
Are you married?
Yes.
Do you have children?
2.
Do you believe in God?
Absolutely.
Do you have an inner circle of friends?
Yes.
Do you watch TV for more than 3 hours a day?
No.
How about 3 hours a week?
Wednesday.
What about screen time, the phone and the computer? Is it more than 8 or less than 8 hours a day?
Less than 8 hours.
If you had to share with us, Anthony, your own unique real statement, a statement that represents who you are, Anthony Hyland, what would you say that is?
Greatness is not an option. Greatness is an expectation.
Love it. Anthony, this was a great pleasure. Before you leave, is there anything else you'd like to share with our amazing audience?
I just would like to share that if you have something that you want to accomplish, something that is deep down inside of you, do it. Don't live the rest of your life regretting the fact that you never chased after the dream or chased after the goal that you have. Go after with everything that you have and purge all of the negativity out of your life. And I promise you will love the fruits of your labor.
Love it. Anthony Hyland, thank you for being on what is inspired by 12-Minute Convos with Angel Jones.
This segment has been brought to you by Amazel Enterprise.